Greetings. This is Kingdom Cast. I'm trying something relatively new. I'm trying to do short form videos, and so not much qualification. Let's get into the topic. I want to talk about prophets. Maybe not the individuals themselves, but generally the office of prophets. Um, I think there's a bit of a cultural baggage that comes with the word. Whenever we talk about prophets or prophecy, the only thing we think about is future predictions. This is not at all what the Bible uses the word for, nor how the Bible describes the office of a prophet. The prophet essentially are God's lawyers. What they do is they press on covenantal lawsuits given by God, which God already established in His law in books like Deuteronomy, Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, and so on and so forth. And so when a prophet does make a prediction, what is it based on? It's based on the consequences and blessings of obeying or disobeying God's law, not whims, visions, what they see the country looking like in 10, 20 years. When they predict that, it's because they can see the sins and the obedience that's happening around them. So when a prophet predicts a plague, it's probably because they're oppressing their poor and forgetting to tithe to God, forgetting to give thanks, and many of those things. When they predict that a country will die in warfare, it's probably because they have been breaking God's law. And subsequently, that means bad prophets, the ones who are to be judged according to the law, are the kind that sees all the sins of his nation but refuses to bring the consequences, the covenantal consequences of those things to bear. They say peace, peace when there is no peace, when the city is full of blood guiltiness, right? And so I think we need to break away from this notion that it's a prediction of the future in any whims that we like. What kind of job will we get? What's the weather gonna be? And so on and so forth. So maybe I'll tackle this in future shorts as well. Maybe go through some verses of an example, and because there are multiple examples, especially in the Old Testament. But just keep that in mind whenever uh, Israel and God's people in general are told to judge a prophet, they are told to judge based on how well they apply God's law, not their, let's say, odd visions and symbolisms in their dream and whatnot. Yeah, that would be all.